Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Gonna have a little chat with you guys here this morning, having my coffee. And last night we had to go see some family members and stuff, so I took the opportunity to hit a couple of stores. It was later in the evening when we went there before they closed, and we picked up a few things for fresh. For a couple of meals that I got planned in the next few days, and kind of wanted to give you a little report what I was seeing there. It usually takes between 2 and 4 days for those big box stores to replenish with their automated replenishment system. Because if you don't know how that works, when one gets scanned out the front, then the system, the computerized point of sale system, is supposed to replenish that. And there's varying levels of adherence to that, how well that it works, and it depends on a lot of things, whether there was runs on stuff, whether there's any supplier outs. There's a lot of variables that go into that equation that make those systems work, and there are vulnerabilities in that system. But for more or less, the places that we went into were fairly decent. Paper goods, I thought, were still just a little bit sparse. Pet food, depending on kind of what it was a little bit sparse, because people will go out of their way for their pets, and that's why I did that video on pet food a while back too, so people have more options. They can make their own pet food too as well. Some of the canned goods, some of the dry goods, I noticed were a little bit lower, but not anything that I thought was crazy. But today we have to go help some people this afternoon and stuff, so I'll be going more to a larger urban area. So I will be checking those places out as well, see if there is anything that's out of the ordinary in those places. Supplies are going to be diverted with this next hurricane that's coming in. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I guess I would encourage everybody to just look at their pantry and make sure that they're good to go, because I will almost guarantee that supplies are already being diverted. See, all those large retailers and stuff, they all have kind of back doors into the disaster relief and stuff. So they will pre-stage stuff in certain areas because, of course, they want to make money. So they can't make money if there's no electricity, or if there's no product on the shelf. They can't make money. So typically they will. In fact, way back, even like 2007, I seen a documentary where they will pre-stage stuff in those areas to get those stores back up and running. And if you look at different places in these different communities, some of the first things that come back online are kind of like your big box stores. Some of them have generators. A lot of times, if those big box stores don't have power for a more extended period of time, they will try to get some type of portable gen set in there to run those stores. And typically that is a generator that's the size of a semi-trailer, and that's how they get those things going. But another couple of things that I've talked to just people here recently, lumber and building materials are absolutely going to be bad as soon as things start getting cleaned up and whatever. Now, we still have what's going on in the Carolinas, and we still have what's yet to come in Florida. But the people that I talked to in the lumber game, they said that this is, prices are going to go up first, then it's going to become scarce, if even available at all, because of all the rebuilding and everything that has to be done. I'm kind of glad I got my roof done when I did this summer. And I'm still waiting for the repair that I need on my weatherhead on my roof. I'm still waiting for that. That's been well over a month already, and there's no time frame yet on when they can get up there and do it. I've got it patched as best as I can. It's not leaking. I'm sure it's going to be good for a while, but I'd like to get that repaired before it gets really cold outside, because electricity up here in cold weather climates are very important. But I'm still kind of waiting to get in the queue on that to get that repair done. And that was, the electricians and stuff are still backlogged around here from that storm that we had when that happened, and that was just a thunderstorm with like 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So I can't even imagine all the work that's ahead down south to put that all together. And getting back to the cold weather thing, another thing that I've been sort of hearing, when cold weather sets in down there in those mountains, there's going to be issues with trying to keep people warm. So I'm expecting a either spike in price of propane or diversion of product down there. And with a country as big as ours, that diverting product from one region to the next, because this is a pretty significant regional event, and that disrupting of kind of how things flow normally, those companies, whether they're fuel or big box stores or whatever, they will pull supplies from one area to go to the other area, and that's why it's so important to have a certain amount of supplies at your place. Yes, I know. With everything that's been going on, your supplies, your preps, they can be destroyed. They can be taken from you through flood or fire or wind or, other unforeseen circumstances, but it's still good to have a certain amount of stuff, where you're at. Another conversation that I heard just recently here is people putting stuff in like storage units for prepping. This has become pretty popular over the years, but if everything is still in that same geographical area where you're at and your home gets destroyed and your storage unit gets destroyed, it's kind of the same thing. You need to have geographical space between that stuff, and that's something I've never really mentioned before, but it's something that I wanted to mention in this video here, just discussing this with you guys. So supplies are going to get diverted. I haven't seen anything too crazy in my area here. I'm in rural Michigan. I haven't seen anything too crazy as far as supplies is here. And, we are just trying to keep an eye on things and pray for the people that we can pray for, because it's a terrible, terrible situation. And the auroras were crazy here last night, too. We had a pretty significant geomagnetic storm that hit too. I was outside about 1 a.m. Last night, and the whole northern sky was either green or purple. And that is something. We kind of live on the fringe where you see auroras here. Sometimes you see them and sometimes you don't. Further north, when you get up in the UP, you see them all the time. But there was a pretty significant aurora here last night as well. And if you haven't looked into anything of that, there is correlations between geomagnetic instability in the atmosphere and storms. So, and what do we got coming in on the southern coast again? Another storm. So anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Just taking a little time to talk to you guys here this morning. You guys take care out there.